What's going down? Create Studios podcast with my homegirl Cassandra Rose. Cassandra Rose in the building.
Yep.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Drove up the 880.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a nice drive. The water and whatnot.
On the 880?
Well, no, I actually remember I'm coming from Sunnyvale today. Yeah.
So you got to cross over the 238.
Yeah, exactly,
right.
yeah.
You're in the tech world now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Where there's horrible drivers.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, no, I go out to Sunnyvale a lot because there's a comedy club out there called Rooster Tees.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's local. It's fun.
Yeah.
They got like
Okay.
free comedy showcases to check out.
That's tight.
I've been following this girl on the gram for a minute, man. I feel like you represent San Jose very well.
Thank you.
San Jose has developed definitely its own microculture out there, I'd say, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's like Asians, Latins.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything for sure. What part of San Jose are you originally from?
Yeah, so I'm actually from the west side of San Jose, specifically from San Carlos. Little spot right there on the west side. If you know, you know.
San Carlos.
Yep,
Okay. So, is that in San Jose or is that next like Redwood City?
No, so there's a city called San Carlos, but in San Jose on the west side, there's a neighborhood called San Carlos. Well, it's a long ass street. It's like a long ass strip on the west side, and that's where I'm from.
Okay,
Yeah.
because there's San Carlos. That sounds hella rich.
Yeah.
So, what's culture like on the west side of San Jose compared to the east?
Oh man, I mean, kind of. It's pretty similar in the sense of like, you know, you
I'm sorry, you gotta talk closer to the mic. Yeah, that's my bad. I didn't tell you that.
Right here, is this good?
Yeah, you're like a fist away to go with these mics.
Okay, cool. So on the west side, I mean, it's similar to the east in the sense like you get a little bit of everything, but I feel like, I mean, for me, I've been on the west side my whole life, but the east side is like very crowded, very, very crowded. And I would say it's a little bit more cultured. Yeah. I'm going to admit that.
East is pretty cultured, it seemed like, right though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Who got the best taquerias?
The east side. That's what I'm saying. The east side, I think the difference between the east and the west is like the east, you definitely get more culture over there.
Oh, the east you get more culture.
The east you get more culture,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, King and Story right there, they got all the good food, all the little taco stands and whatnot. So they're lit over there, I'm not going to lie. But
they're hella lit over
yeah.
there. What is the best taqueria for you in San Jose?
Damn. For me personally right now, it's a truck actually. It's called god damn it. Fuck.
No, you're comfortable. I like that.
It's a taco truck. They're usually right there on the north side by 33rd, right before you go over the bridge. It's called Nesa Birria. They got some fire ass.
Why do the taco trucks always got the most fire tacos?
I know,
bro?
they do.
Because in Oakland, I can think of a couple of taquerias for sure. But it seemed like the taco trucks got it on lock.
It is, yeah. And they're always in like the randomest places where like it feels unsafe. That's where you got to go eat.
So the more unsafe, you hear a couple of gunshots, your taco's going to be smacking.
Yeah, your tacos are probably going to be fire.
And what was the taco truck called again?
Nesa Birria.
Okay, on what street?
It's right there on the north side by McDonald's, right before you go over the bridge by 33rd. So, yeah.
Damn,
sponsor me, Nesa Birria.
They got to name a taco after you.
Yeah, for real. That would be dope.
That'd be good promo if this goes viral.
Yep.
I love the culture in San Jose, especially the eating culture out there. The downtown San Jose culture used to be very lit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember those days.
Yeah, I
but,
do.
I don't know if is it still the same out there? Do you know if it's tamed down or?
I mean, I've kind of been off the grid for like the past year as far as, you know, that scenery. So I probably am not the best person to get, you know, recommendations from in that area. But
on the current status of it, right? What was your era when you were out there?
I mean, that like before COVID, you know, definitely I was living right downtown, like right across the street from Flames, me and my best friend.
Yo!
So imagine that, you know.
Okay, so I'm sure she got some lit stories.
Yeah,
out
single, no kids at the time, so it was lit.
That was the era. That was her era.
We'll just walk downstairs and, you know, downtown.
Any crazy stories from living over there?
Oh man, a lot. There's a lot of homeless people, unfortunately, and whatnot, you know, so I had my fair share of run-ins with
the homeless.
Yeah, but you know, I try to kind of give them grace because a lot of them are probably, you know, on something or have mental health issues or whatnot, but it's hard not to like, you know, indulge in it sometimes when they're like tripping.
Has any of the homeless people ever approached you? You know, like, can you give us a story? Like,
yeah,
one time,
I mean,
like,
shit. Like, I mean, girls, you know, you leave everything in your car. Like, that's like your second closet. You know, you got your shoes, your clothes, your makeup. So I used to keep hella shit in my car, and it's like right downtown. So some homeless guy got away with a bunch of fucking size 5 Jordans and heels and nice dresses and makeup and shit. So it was kind of funny because I was like, I'm waiting to see who the fuck is gonna be walking around here with that shit. So, you know, shit like that would happen a lot. And then, you know, like drunk or tripping dudes or whatever. I don't know, just talking shit.
That's a wild place to live, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That was wild.
I got used to like the chaos, like after I moved away from there, because you hear everything. Like you hear everything. So when we moved away, it was so quiet. It was hard for me to like sleep sometimes because it was so quiet.
San Jose downtown is wild.
Yeah, it is.
And I partied like in all 3 or 4, like San Francisco downtown, Oakland downtown, even Walnut Creek. But for some reason, I'm not trying to knock San Jose because I love San Jose. But just that area just seems like it's filled with wild spirits, man. There's always like fights.
Oh, yeah.
And you ever see crazy fights outside your place?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of why when I do go out now, I stay away from there because there's times where I get caught in the crossfire and I'm not trying to end up on San Jose activities or some shit, you know? I'll be damned.
Wait, is that a page, San Jose activities?
Yeah, they capture like all the drunk shit that goes on downtown. So.
Shout out San Jose activities, man. We appreciate this type of media.
Yes.
Talking about media too, there's another prominent page out there, San Jose Foods.
Yep.
I follow because it seems like they're inspired by Foods Gone Wild.
Or like the food community too.
The food community is amazing.
Yeah.
Right now, can you speak on that? Because it's like a culture they're documenting very well, and it makes like it very appealing media wise.
Yeah, for sure. San Jose Fools, they've been around for a minute. I've been following the page and whatnot, and you know the little movement that they got going on. I like that they shout out a lot of like Latino-owned businesses and like smaller businesses that might not have like that platform necessarily. So I think that's hella dope. And then, you know, just kind of like keeping record of the history in San Jose and everything, all the lit shit that's going on.
And giving love to the culture.
Yep,
and
exactly.
all that. And the comedic spin they have on it. Hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, they're not comedians on stage, but that form of comedy is like killing.
Yeah, their delivery with everything, their content.
The captions. I mean, it's just on point. I feel like they've made little local superstars too, and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Are they in relation with you? Do they push your music? They should.
Yeah, no, not necessarily yet, but I mean, you know, hopefully that's something that we can get out there.
Hey, man, reach out, San Jose Food. Come on, man. How do you feel about the media in the Bay Area in general? I know there's a lot of talk going around. I think Rico Too Smooth was just on Adam 22 show and talking about how. Because I think this was a great platform. I know a lot of people like hate on it or love it.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels like we could use some more media out there. I know my guy NorCal Next Up does his podcast out here. Have you heard of NorCal Next Up?
I have heard of the page, but I didn't know that they were podcasting. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah. I imagine he shouted you out.
Yeah. They actually, that page actually shows a lot of love. So yeah.
Yeah. Dom's a really cool dude. I don't know if you ever met Dom.
No, I haven't had the pleasure yet, but
I should introduce you guys, man. Dom's really cool. And it's just great to see that local media. What have they done for your career, K Rose? Like how have they come in?
Yeah, I mean, so as far as like pages like that, and there's been other like support your local artist type of pages that have shown a lot of love. So I'm very thankful for all of that. I'm thankful for the relationships. A lot of them, or some of them, I should say, I've had the opportunity to network with in person and develop that relationship and whatnot. But like you were touching on, like as far as Rico and whatnot, that's pretty dope that he's been able to go that way out and at least get Adam's attention. I think he mentioned something about him being one of the ones that could really have a chance to like pop off, and that's pretty dope to have.
Another Latin artist shouted him out recently. I felt I don't know if it was, I don't want to name the wrong name, but feels like Lefty or something, but someone just recognized him out there like he's kind of putting on for Northern, which is great. Yeah,
that's sick. I know like Bands went up there too before.
Band 707.
Yeah, and Lazy as well. So I think that's sick to be able to kind of push what we have going on over here out there as well. Because I mean, I don't know if I want to say unfortunately, but they have a bigger platform.
Yeah,
they have
absolutely
better odds as far as like connecting with the right people, and we're a little bit farther out. But I had a podcast interview with Tony Visions out there. I actually went out there to LA. So yeah, that was cool to be able to represent the Bay Area out there on that type of platform.
Talk about the podcast in LA. What was that like? You made it a whole trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the whole vacay, little stay out there.
Yeah, we did like a little weekend thing. Definitely took advantage and hit up like some of the taco spots out there. That shit was amazing.
Okay, name one.
I don't know.
Name the best taco spot in LA you went to.
Damn, I don't know the name. I would have to look at my Instagram, but it's like very well known for their al pastor. They have like the traditional like thing cooking right there. Yep, and they cut it off of there. So that shit was fucking fire.
That shit is bomb. Whoever made that, thank you.
I know, right?
Like, cause who thought of that? Like,
I mean,
just
Mexicans.
meat. Was it Mexicans that did
Yeah.
it? Like the meat and then the fat and then the meat.
Yeah.
Everyone does it a little differently, but that shave down, like, oh my god.
Yeah. So that was sick. And then we also kind of like just went around some of the neighborhoods and whatnot. Tony Visions, he's not really associated with Northern California, so I was a little nervous to see how accepting they might be, but I mean everything was dope. It was pretty good. Yeah.
How did they find you? How did it go? That part, like, did they find you? Did you reach out to you? Reached out to them?
So actually, one of my boys, just kind of like on some random shit, because he watches that podcast. He sent one of my videos, I think, to the podcast, and they actually responded, and they were like, who is she? Where is she from? Send us more, and we might fuck with her. And he forwarded that to me, so I sent over some more stuff, and they were like, hell yeah, let's bring her out here.
That is so lit. That is the best part, I feel like, about the comic and the music world, is like wanting to put people on. That's a very wholesome part of the industry. So because you're not trying to like P. Diddy people and own them and sign like you like, oh, that person has potential, I want to kind of see it grow. Yeah,
exactly. It's and that's why too, like, if you have friends that are artists or business owners or whatever, like, name drop them. You never know what can come of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not have had that opportunity if my boy wasn't like, hey, look at this shit.
And shout out your boy for reaching out. That's also good networking.
Yep, for sure.
That's a part of why I tell artists in comics, like, that's why you got to have a great attitude. Never, because I don't know you that well before. I know how you move. You don't seem to carry a lot of ego.
Yeah.
You're not too pretentious. You're very easygoing.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to shade other artists, but I'm like, I look at other artists that are just like being hella careful with everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, I don't know if you're going to make it, because it's so, the odds are against you. But when you network a certain way, it makes people want to push for you.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I've always kind of kept that in mind as far as like the personality and what it takes to like be able to interact with people and whatnot. So yeah, that's something that I've always kind of tried to make sure that I'm strategic about that and whatnot, but also genuine as well. Yeah.
But it's hard for a female in the Instagram industry and all that to navigate, is it not?
Oh man, that shit is a trip, especially nowadays. 2024, it's fucking wild on social media. When you're trying to like develop a platform and kind of censor out certain shit that you might have outgrown or you don't want to associate with, you kind of lose and gain a lot of people along the way, but fuck it.
And how did that specifically, like, what did you mean by that? Like, was it because you didn't want to post certain negative music or content or explicit photos?
Yeah, I think that like as far as like me, who I am as a person, like I enjoy looking good, and I'm like very girly, and regardless of whether I was an artist or not, like I enjoy showing like my style and whatnot, and like showcasing that. But I feel like there's like a thin line. Sometimes it unintentionally attracts dudes that are not there for the right reasons, and
for sure.
And it's like, I don't really want you here if you're not really here to listen.
And they act really weird, don't they?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, because like when you put yourself on an attentive platform like Instagram, and you do have pictures out there that are provocative, and I gotta admit, like, I think for marketing purposes, it's great, man, because it's like, okay, she's pretty, but she also was talented. Like, what? And I like that appeal, because a lot of girls just post the pictures, like they don't have any talent.
For sure. That's why I say it's like a very thin line. I feel like I used to be very like naive to it, I guess, kind of in a way. Like you said, no strategy behind it, just kind of like posting or whatever. But now I feel like I can kind of hone it in when I need to or when I want to. But nobody's gonna like tell me when to do it or how to do it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it my way.
And, which is part of why you're probably an artist.
Yeah.
What's your sign, by the way?
I'm a Gemini.
Whoa.
Yes. My birthday just passed.
Shout out Geminis, man.
Yes.
They make great artists.
Yes, I fuck with all my Geminis.
They make great art. I've gotten cussed out by some great Geminis.
Yeah,
man.
don't fuck with us. War of words. We're all for that.
Why do Geminis get so pissed off here, bro? What sets them off?
I mean, a lot of people have this tendency to say that we're like two-faced. I definitely don't think it's that.
I don't think that.
No, I think it's with us. It's very black and white, and there's no gray area. Like
It's very extremish, though.
right, it's to a very extreme.
Extreme.
Yes,
Right,
it is.
right,
It is.
right.
So yeah, I mean,
You know, you're the number one sign on dating platforms that say, "Don't even talk to me if you're a Gemini."
yeah.
Probably not for women, but for men. It's just funny because a lot of women put that.
I just seen something recently that
You know what I'm
said
talking about? Yeah.
that said too, like
One of the worst dating signs.
that, and like it lists a bunch of serial killers, and it was like Gemini. I was like, fuck, I'm not a serial killer.
There was some Aquariuses in there, I think.
And Pisces.
And
too.
Pisces.
Yes. Pisces are crazy.
I think they're fire signs, right?
I think
They
they're.
had to be.
I'm not sure. I should know this. All like the majority of my best friends are Pisces. I'm like
Gemini,
surrounded by them.
And how close are you on the border? Like, are you in the middle of Gemini, or because those kind of matter
Yeah.
if you're on the edges and all that.
I'm a May Gemini, so I know
You're a
people say there's a
May
difference
Gemini.
between May and June. I'm a May Gemini. I'm kind of towards the beginning.
Right, you're the less crazier of Gemini.
the cycle.
I feel like, yeah, it's a little less because I think toward June. I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I feel
no.
like toward June gets a little bit more crazy.
Yes, yes,
I
that's
think
true.
that's Gemini mixed with Capricorn.
Something like that.
What is? Let me look this up. What is a May Gemini? I'm curious. Sorry. In astrology, Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac and associated with period. The Gemini
May
season went from
21st.
May 20th to June. So you're in the May 20th range.
I'm May 24th.
Damn, you're hella close.
Yeah.
So along with Libra and Aquarius,
Yeah.
represented.
Mhm.
Wow. So you're a little bit of Libra. Is
Yeah.
that it? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know about too much about signs. All that.
What
F
sign
is-
are you?
I'm a Taurus, Aries.
Oh, okay.
Because like the change day is April 20th, and then I'm on the 22nd.
Okay.
April 22nd. So I definitely feel that because Aries likes new things and stuff, and I like new things after a while because I'm a
Okay.
Taurus too. So I
Okay.
get sick of my cycle, and then I'll just change it up.
Got it. Yeah, we vibe. I fuck with Aries, Pisces, and Taurus, and Leos
Yeah.
too. They're like everywhere. I'm surrounded by them.
Tauruses are amazing. I feel like because you get us, we're
Yeah.
consistent. I once dated a Taurus chick. It was great, but we never argued.
Oh, really? Never?
Not once.
Wow.
It was so rational. Like
Really?
everything we did was just, oh yeah, I get it. Okay, sure,
It
right.
was too boring for you?
Yo, I hate to say that.
Wow, you're toxic.
Yeah, I am.
That's
Because
crazy.
even right now, trying to like this girl, I might like. People are like, "Oh, you gotta look." I'm like, I'm not trying to get married. Like, I'm old as I am. Like, no one's trying. Well, I mean, are you married, by the way?
I'm not. No.
So you had your okay. We don't have to
Yes.
talk about that, but that's
Yes.
interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Is that a thing for your family? Because I know Latin families are kind of big on the marriage and all that.
So I feel like that's like I mean, yes, in general in Latin culture, yes, but I feel like that's a really big thing for Mexicans, and I'm actually not Mexican. Yeah.
I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. It happens all the time.
You're not Mexican.
No.
You're South American.
Yeah, so my dad is from Bolivia, which is in South America, and my mom is from Honduras, which is in Central America. So
Interesting.
a mix.
Central American kind.
Central South American, I guess you could say, yeah.
Bolivia's close to Colombia?
Kind of. It's right next to Brazil. It's right next to Peru, Chile, all of that. And then Honduras is closer down to Mexico. So I was raised by my dad. So in Bolivian culture, I mean, it's not like the end of the world.
Wait, what does that mean?
I mean, like, ideally, my dad would have loved for me to be married by the time that I had a child.
Oh,
but it wasn't.
yeah.
It's not like the end of the world for them or anything
Right.
like
You're
that.
in the Bay Area.
Yeah. So.
It's a very common thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
So.
very common. Very common.
And I was kind of age already. I was already up there when I had my daughter. So.
Shout out to your daughter. It's very
Yes.
beautiful. And you're
Thank
posting.
you.
It's
Yes.
a beautiful part of your career and journey, man.
Yes.
And you seem very content.
I am. I absolutely.
I think you love motherhood.
I do. I love motherhood. It's a blessing. I actually never thought I would have kids. Like, I used to always say I don't want kids. People would ask me and I'd be like, no, I don't want kids. This was definitely something that wasn't planned. So it was very scary at first, but
I want to see the kids that are planned.
Yeah, for real. Like, how does that conversation go down? I've always been curious about that.
Hold on. How many kids are planned? I gotta know. 30%, 55% of this is a lie.
That's a lot.
That is a lie. It says nearly 55% of pregnancies are planned. Nearly 30% of pregnancies are unplanned in the United States.
Yeah, I was at 30%.
That's a lot. I think California is like all of the 30.
Yep. Yeah. Do you have kids?
No.
Quick, no. That was quick.
No, I know I didn't want kids. I knew if I didn't have kids, I wouldn't have had this place.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
And so I love this place.
This is your kid?
You know, I hate to admit it, like I just never want to get stuck on the bad end of the stick.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
smart.
I didn't want to like invest into a relationship which some of my friends have, and then kind of be tied to that. And so,
smart.
I did things very unconventionally. So, you know, I just think having a girl there would have been like, you're doing it wrong. You're fucking up. This guy's doing it better than you. And then I'm like, oh my God, I feel horrible about myself. So
no, yeah, I feel it.
They're tough. I mean, how do you navigate having relationships and a career? Like, that's tough, right? Like,
oh yeah, it's very challenging. Especially when the person is not involved in the industry, it's even harder for them to understand.
They get jealous.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Every producer,
every encounter is a what if, or do they really want to work with you, or is it ulterior motives and whatnot? And mind you, that's most of the time, unfortunately, is the case. So.
You're saying it's true?
Yeah, no, it is for sure. Yeah, but I feel like I've gotten really good at like being able to distinguish and like pick up on like personality and whatnot. Like I think I'm a pretty good judge of character when it comes to shit like that.
You seem like that, yeah.
Yeah,
you seem like you're an old soul.
Yeah, I'm kind of like cutthroat when it comes to shit like that. Like I don't fuck with that, and
the weird shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't fuck with that.
Can you give an example?
I mean, there's been too many, unfortunately, where it's like let's work, or I want a feature, or whatnot, and then when it comes to like talking about pricing or talking about shit like that, it's either like, oh, you're stuck up, you think you're too good, like what, you really think I'm gonna pay you for that type of shit? And it's like, well, you just a minute ago you thought I was beautiful and all kinds of shit, and now that there's a price on the table, you don't want to work. So
that's horrible, because I know because I'm in between artists, right?
Yeah.
So like someone might see the pop, be like, oh, give me a feature with K-Roll, and it's like, yeah, I will, but I already know girls, and I'm sorry, if you're the one asking, you should kind of have a budget ready, because just on the fact that they get blown the fuck. And if you really believe in their career and in their music, like you say, then support it. Like, why? It's just hella weird that guys come up to me, man, give me a feature with Kid, and I don't want to pay, and I want to make a song about fucking, and she got to do the fucking part. And I'm like, bro, that is so weird. Like, I don't want to be a part of that, and I don't know you like that. And
no, actually, on the flip side to that too, there is guys that like have come across not necessarily the right way, and I've kind of been like, I don't know about that, and they're very understanding, so I'm like, okay, I appreciate that. Like, well, kind of what you just mentioned about the song talking about fucking and whatnot.
It's always the suck, like, right?
Yeah.
Like, can you talk about sucking the thing?
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, that's weird.
There was actually like a NorCal rapper who's pretty well known. He hit me up and he was like, hey, I think you're dope. Here's the track. Are you down? And I heard the song and it just didn't match what I'm about. And
you're more conscious a little bit.
I was kind of like, it's a dope track, but I don't know if this is the right fit. And then afterwards, he's like, you know what? My bad. Like, I took a look at your page a little bit better, and it doesn't match.
You don't be making twerk music. You don't be disrespectful. It's more conscious. I felt like you like Wu-Tang a little bit. I don't know, like.
yeah, for sure. I fuck with that type of shit.
Yeah, and I could, like, you write your own shit. I can tell. You know what I mean? How do you go about producing? Because I'm sure the way you promote, like, you have an array of producers wanting to work. Yeah,
definitely. Honestly, yes, for sure. I get a lot of new producers or producers that have been around that I just had never connected with that hit me up, and I'll dibble and dabble into that. But I will say that I definitely have like my go-to producers that they know me and I know them. I know I'm gonna find what I need there. You know what I'm saying? Like the last song that I just came out with, Up Now, Bear on the Beat. I've been fucking with him since the start of my career.
Bear's amazing.
Yeah, he's hella sick. Like
professional from what I know, right?
Yeah, very, very, very professional. Really dope dude. Very humble. Easy to work with. So and then Triple M on the beat. I've been also kind of fucking with him since the start of my career, and so there's like a lot of producers like that I I'll always go back to. But then sometimes I'll kind of just stream and look for new shit, see if I could come across something new.
I really, because I was an artist at one point. So I love how artists share this, because, you know, there's forms of therapy through shopping.
Yeah.
Right? So clothes shopping is great, because, you know, you got to, every time you buy some clothes, you feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel great.
Yep.
Just knowing that, oh, I get to wear this later and do all that. And shoe shopping is great. But if you're not an artist, one of the best things to shop for are beats.
Yeah, hell yeah. It inspires you. It excites you. There's times where I'm like, fuck, I don't even know what to talk about, or, you know, whatever. The new song Up Now, it was literally based on the beat. I had no specific topic in mind or any specific idea. I just, you know, I came across the beat and I was like, oh shit. Like the whole idea was based solely off the beat itself. So yeah.
So the song wrote itself.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Those are the best songs when they get real quick and they're simple.
And it just flows.
Yeah. It's just great.
Yeah.
Staying on the topic, I know because I like to interview female artists. These stories ever. Can you talk about the most outrageous DM that was just out of pocket? Blast this man, K-Rose. You just send me the screenshot of the DM if you want to, and I'll make it a clip and post it on there.
Dude, I can show you my fucking DMs right now. And
can we go over one?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go over in our, because you guys, you know, sending DMs, we're gonna blast you right now if you came off inappropriate.
So I kind of have my shit filtered.
Okay.
The really bad ones tend to go to my requests.
Could you screenshot this one and send it to me though?
Yeah, let me see.
Let's blast one of these guys.
Let's look.
Who just thought they wouldn't get noticed for acting out of pocket.
Hold on.
Because, like, girls that want to be artists, like, be prepared. Because, like, the more your engagement goes up, you have to filter through this shit. And I just feel bad for you. I'm like, oh,
yeah, no, it sometimes I'm like, okay, is this one for real? Is this a weirdo? This is a regular. Hold on. We got this loading.
They're going to have K-Rose AI in the future.
Oh.
They'll be talking to your AI. And then your AI will just hit you up. Like, yo, you got, like, a $100 feature here, man. Just want to let you know.
I don't know. You know, there's just a lot of weird, random shit
let's do it.
like that.
Yeah, you got options.
Yeah, I seen one earlier that I was like, well, that's an interesting way to approach someone.
Yeah, let's hear that one. Let's hear the
bitch. Weird. It says bitch.
What? Okay, can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay, look. You screenshotted it for me?
Yep.
Okay. So, someone just hit her up.
Yeah, you see?
Damn, we need to fuck fine ass Birch. And I'm thinking he meant bitch. And he just got hit up right now. That's crazy. And then he corrected himself. And it said, not Birch, bitch.
He had to make sure he doubled back for that.
That's going to grab her in, the bitch.
He needs to make sure he spells right in order to... Yeah, so, you know, stuff like that.
That's low vibration.
Yeah, very much so.
That's so low vibration. I'm sorry, but that makes me feel good because, you know, like... There's so many men with just weak game out there. It's
for sure. I truly, it baffles me. Like, do guys really think like, let's see who I can catch
this
today?
Is gonna work. Yeah. What's
see.
sad is that you're kind of fucking up for everyone else that wants to do business though, because it's like you're getting like bombarded with shit, and it kind of lowers the vibration of you wanting to further the product, right?
Yeah, for sure. It like drowns out a lot of the DMs. A lot of time, like people that personally know me have to be like, oh, this person I know from so and so, you know, wanted to work or whatever, look at your DM, and I got to go specifically look for that. But
That's good.
For sure, it fucks shit up, for sure. So stop being weirdos.
Stop being weirdos, man.
You're killing it.
Well, it's just like, I've seen so many females kind of like just quit, stop because of that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of girls have anxiety already.
Yeah.
So it's not like you got to, you know, like add to all the table. You know
yeah, for sure. And then like in-person events too, I'm like, okay, are these weirdos going to... pop, you know, because on Instagram you can whatever, I can block you, I can tell you to fuck off, whatever, but in person it's like you know, don't be too fucking weird.
It's probably important that you block them so they don't know about your events and just kind of show up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You get anxiety when you go on events?
I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do.
Right.
I don't know, like I'm not a shy person, but in those type of settings, like it's kind of difficult.
That's different. Yeah.
It's kind of difficult for me to like break out of my shell and whatnot. But yeah, I have to like push myself to make sure that my face is out there and I'm interacting with the right people and whatnot.
Because there are fans that want to come up to you and use that first approach as everything to represent their
for sure.
fanship with you, right?
And that's like the most rewarding part. That is why I do it. Because, you know, if I'm able to meet a few people, it's like, okay, cool, it was worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Explain the fan interaction at the shows. What's that like? What do you like? Like the kids coming up? Do you
Yeah.
like people coming up? Like,
yeah, no, I'm not gonna, you know, people aren't like flocking or whatever. But yeah, for sure. I get people that come up and show love and, you know, they'll want a quick picture or give me props real quick or whatever. And it's kind of cool to see that it's a little bit of both. Like, it's not necessarily just females or young girls. A lot of times dudes will come up and they're like, oh, you know, I heard XY song or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you actually know the music and not just like the Instagram page or the cute pictures or whatever, you know. So it's I can tell sometimes when people are actually fucking with the music versus the ones that are just kind of passing through the Instagram page and see like a lot of followers and kind of fall into the clout.
Because you do got great interaction there. You do got great following on there.
Yeah. Luckily, yeah. Fuck with the people.
I mean, it's important for me because it's like you're a representative of San Jose. Some of my favorite, you know, Sunnyvale. Some of my favorite Latin San Jose artists are like you, ILY Katana. Do you know about Katana?
I'm not too sure.
You should follow her, man. You don't know about? Can I bring her up?
Yeah.
She's dope, man.
I love supporting female artists.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's Latin, she's female. I don't know if she's Mexican though. I think she might be.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Especially from San Jose, hell yeah.
Bro, yeah, she's from the South Side. She travels to LA a lot right there. She's one of my more favorite R&B artists, I gotta admit.
Oh, R&B? I love me some R&B.
You gotta hear songs. Let me just play one like real quick on Spotify.
Oh, wait. Was she
know
on
her,
your
right?
podcast?
Yeah.
I think I seen her.
You
on
have
here.
seen her, right? Really dope. Hold on. I put people on. I'm always connecting artists because they're just.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think you guys should connect more.
Yeah, for sure. Especially females. I want to see more girls.
Especially females.
I want to see more girl collabs.
Especially. I'm just gonna play a little bit because I don't want you to ban me.
I like it already. I like the vibe.
I see you guys.
Yeah. Ooh. She's tight.
I see you guys on feature her, you know.
She's dope. That's tight.
You know.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out Latin artists from San Jose that are female, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, you know, throughout the Bay, I feel like I've encountered a lot of dope ass females that I feel like don't get enough recognition, unfortunately.
They are coming up though. That's why I feel like I have you here, because I am from San Jose originally, and I respect the culture out there, and to see kind of its own. And I think 10 years in the future, it's going to be its own. You know, like at first, throughout the whole 90s, 80s, 2000s, it's like Oakland and all that.
Right.
San Jose, you know, you see tracks and some other stuff, maybe Kung Fu Vampire. I mean, there's, you know, like.
Shout out to him too.
There's so many dope artists that come out. The guy that died recently from that band, Hey Now, you're an all-star.
Oh, he was from San Jose?
Oh, you didn't know?
No. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That's San Jose product right there,
Damn,
man.
That's
Isn't
crazy.
that dope? Doesn't that make you feel more proud about your city?
Yeah,
right there?
That's a classic song right there.
Classic.
Reminds me of my childhood. I was on all the teenage movies and
Mine
whatnot.
Too. Yeah, and I thought he was from some breadbasket country, like some white. But
that's
no,
crazy.
He did his band shows out here and stuff, and blew up, and then I think he died of cancer in his San Jose home. So it was, you know, we lived that rock star lifestyle.
Rolling Stone, huh?
Man. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's dope for artists now that are in this era, because you can blow up regionally and you don't have to tour. I think touring is soul draining, bro.
Yeah. I just traveled to Cancun recently, and I mean, that was just for like a vacation, but I was kind of thinking like, damn, there's artists that are like on tour right now, like Karol G. I don't know if you know who that is. I love
Karol G.
She's like touring all over the place, so I'm like, how the fuck does she do it?
Dude, Karol, oh my God. Well, yeah, my ex was huge into reggaeton. So
yeah, I love reggaeton.
Yeah, we had to go to reggaeton clubs. It was wild. That's a whole microculture I got. Like, what? And the clubs, man, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Latin reggaeton clubs, bro, they are so fun.
They are.
Like,
they're lit.
There's way less fighting.
True. More twerking. Less fighting, more twerking.
Bro, like, stop hopping in DMs. You just gotta go to a reggaeton club. But you know, I don't know how the women be and all that, the men. But I mean, I was respectful, but it's a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to kind of dibble and dabble a little bit more into that. Yeah, for sure. I got a few things that I've been working on. I don't know if you know Hector from San Jose. He's a Latin artist too. He's pretty, anything that he touches that's like Latin wise, he's fucking sick. So I just did a song with him recently. I'm very excited to put that out. It's gonna be kind of like a new vibe. So I'm interested to see how the people are going to receive it.
It's a reggaeton song?
Yeah, it's reggaeton. It's like Spanish. And then I got another one with this dude named Fuego from, he's from the East Coast, but fuck, where is he from? Is he from Virginia, I believe? Gold Toes. I don't know if you're familiar with Gold Toes.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, I'm on his distribution deal, so he kind of was able to work that out with Fuego, and that's also a really dope ass song. He definitely has like that like Karol G type of like accent and whatnot, like the way that he pronounces his words and everything.
Karol G, man.
Yeah,
Every
so
time you say that
dope.
name, it's just...
I'm a big Karol G fan. Look at my see, I'm a real fan.
Oh, okay. Not to mention, she's pretty bad, man.
Yeah, she's
pretty
tight.
easy on the eyes, man. I just find off the rumors funny, but she doesn't shower, and this is like,
what?
Well, I don't know, because you ever heard her man were beefing, because wasn't she dating Anuel?
Yes,
and then they got into this bad breakup, and then like, she don't shower. I'm like, well, she's still fine. I don't care. Like, have you seen her? Like,
yeah, she's fucking sitting on millions right now off that touring shit.
Very hot artist.
Yeah,
very hot. I felt like, I don't know the rankings, but obviously Bad Bunny's like way up there. But Karol G's got to be like a third or a fourth.
I think she surpassed him actually.
What?
Yeah, like with touring and with her sales with her latest album. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think she's the biggest Latin artist right now. Look it up. I think she is.
Yeah, that's a great look up right there. Hold on. Biggest reggaeton artist?
Yeah.
I should put Bad Bunny or Karol G. Let's see. Who was the #1 Latin artist in the world?
Oh,
Bad
Bunny, huh?
Well, this is dated. Okay, March 2020. But where's Karol G in all this?
I know.
Who was the *1? That's not gonna be from
Julio Iglesias.
That's like old.
Yeah.
Hold on. How big is Karol G? Should we ask that?
Come on, don't make me look bad here.
I mean, I know. We'll cut this out. How big is Karol G? How popular is Karol G right now? Let's see. She has 30 songs on the Billboard Top 100, including the top 10 TQG, alongside fellow powerhouse Shakira, that 23 hit. Doesn't really say, but
she's there. Come on, she's up there.
and like the streets have a different vibe than what Billboard's gonna say, because Billboard's gonna be outdated. So I trust the streets. The streets is like, yo, Karol G's popping right now. You know what I mean?
She is, for sure.
And I kind of know about that because I feel like, isn't that like a real ass gangster dude?
Yeah.
That's his credit, right? Or is
some shit like that? Yeah, he's I think in Puerto Rico he's like
more real, like kind of closer to the streets.
Real dude, real street dude, I guess you could say. Yeah,
real close to the streets, man. But I love Karol G. All her posters go crazy. She's dope, man. We talked about mom life a little bit. I want to go back into that. How is mom life? You know.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I mean, my daughter's about to be 1 next year in July, which is fucking insane to me. That came by so quick. But it's amazing to kind of see her grow. Like every day, it's like she's learning something new, or she's acting more mature. Like I mentioned, I went on a trip. I was gone for like 6 days, 5 days, and when I came back, I swear to God, it was like she was different to me, like in a good way. Like she just seemed more mature within just that short amount of time. But she's super smart. She's hella funny, and she's really brave. Her sign, she's a Cancer, and Cancers are typically a little bit more like they can kind of like retrieve into their shell, but she's very like out there. And my girl, speaking of signs and whatnot, she looked up her chart and she has some Leo in her, so I was like, oh, that makes sense. She's brave.
That's awesome. And it's because they're yours, you kind of get to see them develop.
Yeah.
And kind of take on attributes of you. Do you kind of like see attributes of her?
Yeah, for sure.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Of me and her dad too. She definitely has her dad's personality. He's very funny and super goofy. So I can see that in her. I'm a little bit more serious. But aside from that, I think she has a little bit of both of us. It's cool to see how she catches on to things, and I'm starting to realize I got to be more careful about what I say and how I say it, and because she be catching on to stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, okay, you're actually aware.
Is the father Latin?
He doesn't know. He needs to do the ancestry stuff. Yeah, but he for sure is Mexican. And there's theories that he might be like Puerto Rican or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
can you talk about that? Like, what is his parent situation like?
So his dad, for sure, his dad's side, they're Mexican. They're from like Texas and whatnot, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But his mom had kind of like a different upbringing, and they're not too sure about the dad. The dad was kind of like a Rolling Stone, kind of, you know, in and out. So they don't really know who the father is. You know, they don't really know who the father is. But the theory that they have of the man that it might be is Puerto Rican. So that's why, you know, they're assuming that he might be Puerto Rican, but I guess we won't know until we do the ancestry.
Is he gonna do that?
Yeah, I want to do it too. Yeah, so we're gonna.
Is that 23andMe?
There's different. There's different ones. Yeah, there's 23andMe. There's the ancestry.com thing, but you know, I was raised by my dad. Like, I have never really had contact with my mom up until recently.
Interesting.
And so
both of you guys kind of
on opposite ends. So I kind of knew, you know, she was Honduran from my dad and whatnot from when they dated. But when I got in touch with her, I ended up finding out that she's also German, which was like super fucking weird to me. So
what percentage?
So her dad was half and her dad's dad was full. So I think she's like 25.
You're right.
That would make her like 25%.
Right. And I don't know if it breaks down like that.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Because I don't know genes, you know. Like, but I feel you're okay. So yeah.
Yeah, so something like that, and then so I guess that would like make me a certain percentage. Probably super small though. I wonder if it passed on to my daughter too. But yeah, I kind of want to get an idea of everything that.
There's a beer I love in Mexico. I forget the name. Dos Equis.
Dos Equis, yep.
Yeah, it's German and Mexican.
Oh yeah.
Because it was a German brewmaster who went to go live in Mexico.
Oh wow.
And that's how he came up with Dos Equis.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I love Dos Equis.
Yeah.
That's a great beer.
I was sipping on that in Cancun. All they had was that and Tecate. I was like, okay.
Oh, Tecate's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all right. In my teenage years, I thought it was like the best thing ever until I started.
It was cheap. Man.
Yeah.
It was cheap. Oh my
Nasty.
God. What beers do you like? What beers do you prefer? Are you a beer drinker?
No, not really. I'm not really a beer drinker. If I do drink beer, which is like here and there, it'll be like a Modelo or something. But I'm like tequila type of. I'm with the shots and whatnot.
Damn. Yo, tequila makes me turn up.
Yep. I don't do dark.
I think it's the dark that makes you turn up.
Try to stay away from that shit because I used to fuck with nothing but Hennessy when I was younger, and horrible
hangovers.
Shit. Nights in jail and shit, you know.
Hennessy makes you act out.
Yeah.
I think it's all the sugar that's in there.
I have some crazy ass stories off of. You know what it is? It is the sugar. It has to be.
Give us the craziest Hennessy story.
Fuck, I have too many. I don't know if I want to. Do I want to snitch myself out right now? My friends are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Bitch." Oh man, fuck. I don't want to give too much information.
You don't have to. Yeah, I don't want to. You know, it's embarrassing.
I mean, okay, so like I can think of 2 incidents, and if you know me, you know that I'm a fucking animal lover. I love animals. I love dogs. I love cats. You know, anything on 4 legs, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with it.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
And we went over to my boys' pad, and him and a few of our boys lived there, and they were selling Frenchies. They were like breeding them, and I don't know what the fuck got into me off some Hennessy that I thought that I could take better care of this Frenchie than they could, and I was trying to take it home and they didn't want to let me, and I fucking flashed out, destroyed the whole house over a fucking Frenchie. So my girls
destroyed the whole house.
Not the whole house, but like my boy's room for sure. Like,
you turned over some shit.
Everything on his counters, I was like, fuck you. So, you know, and yeah.
But in your brain, you thought you were saving this animal.
In my drunk brain, I'm like, I'm doing the right thing. I need to take this dog home with me. And they were like, this dog, we're not going to give you this fucking $1,000 dog full, like.
Which they are worth thousands of dollars.
Chill the fuck out, you know? So that night happened. Luckily, they forgave me for that.
They forgave you for that? He was just like, all right, big deal, you know?
Well, he was really drunk, and I was really drunk. And, then I don't know, like the next morning he was like, hey, I don't remember, and I was like, neither do I. And he's like, all right, we're good then. I was like, okay, cool.
Make sure if you're drinking Hennessy, they're drinking Hennessy too.
Oh,
that's the moral
for sure.
of the story.
And there's been a time where I woke up in jail, like literally woke up, snapped out of it in the drunk tank,
San Jose.
In San Jose.
I've been in that one.
And I was in the drunk tank with a bunch of randoms, and I looked out the window, and then I see my girls. They're all fucking, you know, one of them is in a different tank in front of me. The rest of them are like sitting out in the fucking open. I was like, what the fuck happened? And they were all looking at me hella mad. You know, later I found out that it was partly my fault, unfortunately.
Was this when you were living in downtown?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
That was a wild era, like you said.
Yeah,
wow.
it was. Yeah, see, it was a wild era. Yeah, and you know, ended up having to get bailed out of jail and shit. And yeah,
San Jose downtown, man. It's like built on an Indian burial ground or something like that. It's just wild.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Because I've gotten I went to jail in that drunk tank too, and it's so disgusting. In that
it is.
tank.
It really is.
It's
yeah.
Just, and you feel so bad.
Yeah. The guiltiness the next
guilt,
morning
like,
when you wake up
damn,
and you're like, what the hell?
And the morning's so bright.
Yeah.
And it's just like
the smell too. The smell is horrible.
Oh, you're wearing the same clothes.
Yeah. And then if you're in there with weirdos too, it's even worse because you got to listen to all that shit, all that commotion going on. You can't really get away with it.
And you kind of realize they're like, okay, these people have a lot more issues.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You're like, okay, I'm not that fucked up. Yeah.
I want to play your video real quick.
All right,
I'm
let's
not going
do
to
it.
be playing the sound, but I'll put it down here.
Okay.
Shout out Shino Media, man. That boy is active, man.
Shout out Shino Media. Shout out for fuck with them for fucking with me.
Right. Well, Dan brought up the fucking classics. That was a classic Jordan she had on right there, man.
Yeah, so that's actually right there on the west side on San Carlos.
West side right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I get what you're saying. That area, I'm very familiar. Okay, now that I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Had the cars. Did they come out for that? Was that a car show?
Yeah, there was a car show going on that day
Got
too.
you. Creative cameraman there.
How to take advantage.
Isn't it fun just shooting?
Yeah, it is. A lot of people don't realize that it's actually like work. Like some of my friends that had never come to
It's work.
my video shoots, they're like, "You're gonna do it again? You just
Dude.
did it." I'm like, "Girl, you're gonna hear this shit about 100 times."
It's like a mini wedding,
Yeah.
right? Because you got to do all of this planning, or
Yeah.
just a mini event that you just got to do.
Yeah.
And usually it's the artist doing it, so it's very nerve wracking.
Yeah, for sure.
Were they putting sage on you right there? What was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the bars it says "Kicking it with God," and I've been burning up some sage.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you. That's a lit ass car back there.
Oh yeah! Shout out to my boy Joe for bringing out that car from Seven Trees.
Shout out Joe. Oh, Seven Trees.
Yeah.
Very gangster. Don't get into it, people at Seven Trees, man. Yeah, one time I was shooting a music video out there, and people had pulled up on us, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
In
it
Seven
was
Trees?
Like on Seven Trees, like, bro, you don't got no pal. Oh, you were okay. You got a
Yeah.
pal. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's pretty crowded over there too.
That's a dope ass staircase you guys picked out.
Yeah, that's right there. I don't know if you know where the Orchard Supply used to be, right there on the west side.
Oh,
No?
kind of, yeah.
It's closed down now. but
I
it's-
love videos shooting outside because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just finding, I don't know. It just reminds me of cool TV shows when they're out. It makes you want to be out.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at that. You got Rico Too Smooth on there on the suggested there.
Yeah, somebody actually commented on this video, and they said that they'd like to hear me collab with Rico. So what's up, Rico?
You gotta read the comments, man. User SK. You have a crazy username. User SK1BH2NZ8V.
Damn.
But she came positive. Real rap and real slap.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Jose Garcia Jr. 408 said reppin' San Ho.
All day,
Does
west
he know
side.
you're in Sunnyvale right now? I mean, Judith Mesta, so that's my girl.
Okay.
You know Judith?
I don't. I don't know the username, but I'm sure we got connected somehow. So shout out to you, Judith.
And lastly, Sensal5723 said K Rose
Cubo.
What does that mean?
Cubo, that means like, what's up?
Oh, Cubo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's translate. Hold on. I don't know what that meant.
No.
Anyway, that was a dope video. Shout out Shimo. Shout out you.
Yeah, shout out Shimo. Gotta work some more.
Great collab. You got another project coming out, right?
Yeah. So I got another video that's about to drop soon. It's called Rebrand. Shot by JM. Shout out to my boy. He shot a lot of my videos too. But yeah, the video is basically ready to go. I just kind of want to let this one breathe a little bit and make sure that people give this one a chance and, you know, soak that in, and then I'll be dropping Rebrand within the next few weeks.
And I would love to see you do micro content. Okay. Have you done any micro content?
No, game me up.
So micro content, and you're made for micro content.
Okay.
I'm just so Shannon Blake's an artist that I feel like she does it very well. And it's just literally you performing your song and just in front of like one scene.
Okay.
And then just posting that with the words showing up. And then that's micro content. So, you know, it's like she does it. She'll like dress up her van in greenery and I've never seen a video from this chick that's her music. It's all of her content's like just in front of a forest or walking or.
That's tight.
And so I was just giving you that. I think you should just get really heavy into micro content. Like if a car guy has a car like that, just the car slowly rolling down the street, you walk it. If that's that's it, and then just a part of that song, and that's it.
Okay, I catch the drift.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just that way you don't have to keep reposting the same music. It's just a different way to keep concepting the song.
Thank you. That's a nice little gem right there. I'm gonna look into that for sure.
You should look into your videographers and say we should do micro content. And
Shot by Jam. Did you hear that?
Yeah, GM. Get on
Come
it,
on.
man. Micro content, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's tight.
I think it's the new wave. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm always down to explore new ways of, utilizing social media.
I'm going to show you the guy that actually we talked about on our podcast, Josh Jordan, because he does it very well. But all of his stuff is like that too, like very similar, like him, just being on a staircase, just like we talked about. And just that.
Yeah.
With the lyrics. And then I don't know if you know about Opus Clip.
No.
You can put your clips in there.
Okay.
And it'll automatically do the AI and the zooms and the wording.
Wow.
Like for you, and it'll it's just crazy.
Okay, I might be jumping on at the right time. It sounds like I don't gotta do too much work.
Technological error. That's what I'm gonna putting this podcast in. So all of our clips are made by AI.
Oh so shit. Okay. Nice. All right.
I hope you collab on one with me. And if you don't, it's okay.
No, I'm down.
But, you know what I mean?
I'm with that.
Micro content. I want all y'all to go look at Up Now on YouTube. It's going crazy with Shino Media.
Let's go check that out.
Next project you got coming out. You just mentioned. I forgot the name.
Rebrand. Yep.
You got to check out these songs, man. K Rose is going crazy on the YouTubes, man. On the Instagram, she's putting on ripping for San Jose.
Yep.
Anything you want to shout out or talk about?
No, honestly, I just really want to, emphasize any local artists that you guys fuck with. Make sure that you are name dropping them, supporting them, sharing, commenting. All that stuff really, really matters. If you want to see me or any other artist at your local venues or certain shows, just make sure the people have the power, honestly, at the end of the day. So make sure that you guys utilize that in the right way and support the people that you guys really fuck with. And, just shout out San Jose, shout out to all the artists that are putting on the right way, and big shout out to all the females that are doing their shit and that are actually sitting here, with some real rap and real lyrics or, real vocals or whatever talent you might be utilizing. So big shout out to you guys.
That's so dope because you're not twerking. You're not just out there shaming your body. You're making real conscious lyrics. And you're repping your city. And San Jose gotta support their own, man.
Yeah, honestly, for sure. We're not really gonna, make as much of a splash if we're not supporting each other first. So
yeah. Well, shout out K Rose, man.
Thank you for having me.
From San Jose. Go at her on the Instagrams. You got TikTok?
Yes. Instagram and TikTok are both Cassandra with the K, 2 S's _Rose 408. So.
And if you want to look up the song, Up Now, K.Rose.
Yep. Up Now, K.Rose on Shino Media's YouTube page. And Rebrand, stick around for that one. I'll be promoting that one and sharing links and whatnot for that too.
And we'll have you come back and expose some more DMs. So
so don't be weird.
Keep being weird. I might just make it a clip, man.
You can make it a segment of your show.
I appreciate K-Rose so much. Thank you for coming out. Creative Studios Podcast. We are going to see you, man. Enjoy your week. One love.
Bye.